Hey everybody, it's your old pal Brian Hunt. Welcome to an episode of 60 Seconds of Risk. And today I have the very good fortune of having my friend and my client, Julie Gutierrez, the owner and founder of Core CMCI. Julie, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Brian.
It's great to have you on. So Julie, obviously there's a lot of challenges being an owner in construction. There's a lot of risks in construction unto itself. But one of the biggest things to do is becoming an entrepreneur. What was your motivation to start this firm?
Well, Brian, at the heart, I am an entrepreneur.
Okay.
I have been an entrepreneur since I was a kid.
All right.
I'm a serial entrepreneur. And I got really in love with being a business owner since then.
Okay.
But there is a lot of risk in being a business owner. And there's a lot of risk being in construction.
Yes.
So I actually did a double whammy going after both.
You went after the risk with both hands.
Yes.
So how long have you been in practice now with Core CMCI?
Yeah, so we turned 10 this year.
10 this year, fantastic. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. So talk about the early days. What was it like doing this? What was it like that first, you decided to go on your own. What was that like?
Yeah, I share with everybody, our beginning was one contract.
Okay.
So one contract, one client. We were founded on a humble budget, and in very short time frame, had our first contract and got going.
There you go. Awesome. So since obviously things have changed for 10 years, and you predominantly do, you're based here in Texas. I know you do a little travel sometimes, but mostly what you're doing is in North Texas. So good place to be doing construction, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. Texas is a great place to be doing construction. So, in the early days, we would go after building our foundation. So in construction, it takes a great deal of capital. And when you are homegrown, you have to build your own capital.
Correct.
So we did multi-year contracts. We did service contracts. We did professional services. So we built a foundation before entering sort of the small, mid-sized construction.
Correct.
And that has made a big difference. I remember during 2020, people calling me and going, other business owners, oh my gosh, business slowed down. And I'm like, yeah, that slowed down, but that picked up.
Yeah.
So we were able to navigate challenges.
Very good.
And that's been part of our, business foundation.
So obviously you mentioned challenges, and so you've been in this for 10 years. A big challenge, let's say, was, COVID and having to deal with that in the past 5 years. So what would you describe as the big challenges in the past, since COVID, in the past 5 years to do construction here in North Texas?
Wow. I would say talent.
Talent.
Yeah. So we are in such a booming place. We're all going after the talent.
Sounds familiar.
From the multi-billion-dollar construction companies to us small businesses, we're all going after talent.
Yeah.
So in the early years, I was very focused on, the contracts and clients.
Correct.
And then over time, I realized as we were defining who we are as a culture, we were defining also who we want to do business with.
Yeah.
So we have a better understanding of our identity. We like to get it right the first time. Teamwork, a team spirit, helping each other out. Doesn't matter which department, which division. We all are here to help each other.
Sure.
And that helped us define who we are on the talent side. We've taken that sort of culture foundation and said, now who do we want to do business with?
Okay.
And that has been interesting.
Yeah.
Because that's really important.
No, and I think that's true because I talk to other firms. Like when you start off, you're going to take anything. You want to get the lights on and get things rolling. But as you mature, I think like I talk to other owners, there's that concept of maybe having some developers like bid and send it to everybody on the planet and everybody's bidding on it versus establishing relationships with a handful of owners so that they know they can rely upon you. And I think it's a whole big difference, and that's about culture.
It is about culture. And that's where we not only define who we are, we want to define who we do business with. And that includes clients and people who provide services to us, like yourself.
Oh, okay.
So when we went into the Oklahoma City market and I reached out to you and I was like, hey, Brian, I could use some help looking for an electrician, and you introduced me to an electrician there. It worked wildly well.
Fantastic. Glad to hear it.
It was, we got to know their Texas offices plus their Oklahoma City office. And it was a very successful project for our multinational enterprise client.
Yes.
And I couldn't have done it without those electricians.
Fantastic. And I think as most people realize, especially in Texas, most general contractors are GC. So everything you do is an extension. You rely upon your subcontractors to do the work for you. And there's like a great term I liked to hear from agencies and the greatness of others. Or greatness is in the agency of others. So your greatness as a firm is very much dependent upon the agency that you depend upon, your subs, correct?
That is right. So
Yeah.
actually, for the last 3 years, we've been implementing a awards program.
Okay.
Because as we define who we are and who we want to do business with, it also included our subcontractors. So subs have brought us some really great clients,
Yeah.
and we want to reward them for aligning with our values, aligning with our ethics, aligning with our integrity. So we have awards per project to recognize an individual and to recognize a firm.
Fantastic. So as you think about where we are now in North Texas here, in your crystal ball, where do you envision the market going? What are you seeing? And then also, where do you see the firm going?
I could see us looking more internally as we continue to grow, optimizing us as a business.
Mm-hmm.
That would be a much more internal focus.
Right.
And then as we grow over time, I think we'll continue to do the similar types of projects nationally.
Yeah. So I finished the last question. You say doing construction is risky, but being an entrepreneur is very risky. So if someone's out there thinking about starting their own firm, what would that couple 1, 2, 3 top things you would tell them, or just to think about before they jump into this?
Yeah, grow with your cash flow.
Grow with your cash flow.
That's so easy to say, like those words, grow with your cash. But if you get excited and you're like, oh, I could take that on. Oh, I could take that on.
Mm-hmm.
But we came in with the foundation and we were able to grow from there.
Awesome.
And that made a big difference.
Awesome. No, there's the old saying, the funeral lots are filled with the subs who got that friend themselves. It's cash is king. The last thing you want to do is get too far in front of your skis, and disaster comes after that. So
yeah, so we are at a good place.
A good place. We'll put it at that. Julie, thank you so much for being on the show. If you've seen this, and like all times, guys, if there's a certain topic or individual you'd like to see on the show, please post a note, a message on LinkedIn. You can also subscribe to this video and see all of the videos on my YouTube channel. You can find the links to these videos on the website formerly known as Twitter, Substack, Facebook, and Blue Sky. Until next time, guys. Bye.